Babe, a package arrived for you.
What the hell? I thought they were sending me pedals. Hey everyone, what's the crack? This is my shipment of my Invicta pedals. I don't know what else is in this box, to be honest. This is a hell of a statement. They wanted to make an impact. I mean, this is impact, right? Reviewers are getting boxes like this. I saw Dan Suzuki got one as well, and some other reviewers, Carl Gosling got one, and yeah, I haven't watched their videos or whatever, and I don't know what their reactions to it was, but yeah, this is not how I usually receive these packages. It's very cool though. I do know that they're big into like reusing the spare pieces of the manufacturing process, and the cardboard and stuff that they use. I know it's all recycled materials and stuff like that. So they're a very eco-conscious company. So them sending a set of pedals in a big box like this, I think there may be more going on than meets the eye. I know it makes a statement and it's a marketing thing. I almost wouldn't be surprised if they, like the courier has a maximum dimensions of what you're allowed to send, and whether you're sending a small box or a big box, it's all within that same category. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're just taking advantage of that or making a point that their system is, I'm just completely speculating, but this is pretty impressive. And do you know what? It's a really cool case. This is going to be handy for actually doing my filming and stuff like that. So before we even get looking at these pedals, thank you Asetek for, I don't know, a new coffee table. I don't know what this is. It's like a chest. You could like, man, that's mad. I could hide in there. That's great. I could hide from my kids in this thing. This is brilliant. This goes beyond sim racing. So let's break out the trusty potato blade and get this unboxed. As many of you know, there are lots of videos out there from Asetek. I do recommend looking at their YouTube channel because it gives a good sense of what the company is about, and it really shows that they're they know what they're up to. They come from a PC hardware background, and they also have GT3 cars. They have a racing background, so it's pretty cool to see them getting involved in sim racing. The actual reason why they are getting involved in sim racing is not necessarily because they thought sim racing was a natural evolution of their business, because they do like liquid cooling products and stuff like that. It's not because they thought that it was a natural evolution of their business. It's actually just because they ran multiple sim setups and they were just not impressed with the reliability of the consumer grade equipment that's out there. So they really wanted something more professional. They wanted something that will see many, many hours of use in a day, and will withstand that level of use and abuse. So quality was a huge thing, and with their knowledge of manufacturing processes and stuff like that, they obviously just decided, well, we could try it, and those trials must have gone well, because right now they really mean business. This is the first set of pedals that they're releasing. They will be releasing more pedals in the future. This is obviously, this is the first set. So the way they describe it is that this is like the top offering, their flagship. It's like the S-Class product if you're talking Mercedes terms, and they will have other natural evolutions and devolutions, or whatever you want to call them, simpler versions of this, because this does have a hydraulic brake and all. We'll have a good look at it in a minute. How does this open? This is, man, I feel like a pirate. This thing is class. All right, let's see. Can you guys see in there? We've got a pretty snazzy Mondello logo. Check that out. Mondello logo. They obviously didn't go to my website though, because my logos are all available on there. And a nice LD logo would go nicely there. Next time you send me a crate, guys, big massive stickers. Right, let's have a look in here. So the first thing we see, we've got a sea of these packing foam. So here we go. I have been told that the resolution of the print of the final version is going to be better, but actually that looks really good. So this actually looks as good as, if not better than, a lot of the other products that I've had in the past that I've remarked on how good their packaging is. I could see that on a shelf. Looks, yeah, they're really nice. Okay, that's just the clutch. So the clutch comes in that large box. So we'll just set that off to the side here. And let's dig. Oh man, my kids are gonna have so much fun with this box. Let's go here. What else have we got? Okay, we've got a box here. Let's not open it yet. We'll figure out what's in this in a minute. This is like Christmas. Wow, here we go. There's a heavy box. I've got a hat. Okay, I forgive you for the stickers. I've got the hat. Cheers. Okay, and here we go. This is the meat and potatoes, as they say. The Invicta pedals. I'll give you guys a better look at these in just a minute. Very large. I was actually considering the size of the clutch box. I was expecting this box to be even bigger, but we'll set that off to the side and we'll keep digging here. There is another box here. Really snazzy logos on it. Very nice. Let's dig, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. All right. That's it. That's for my kids to play with. So here we go. I've got 4 boxes here. I know that these are the pedals. I know that these, this here is the clutch. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what's in here. So I think let's just open these up first. I think they're like part of the whole reviewer package experience type thing. But yeah, nice packaging, really nice. And I like that you can buy the 2 of them separately and then combine them into one. I do think that's nice. The clutch has its own like segment of base plate as well. And these, and let's just inspect those a little bit closer. Right, so let's look in the small one first. What have we got in here? Okay, we've got some lanyards. So lanyards here. We've got a USB stick. I think that might contain some software. If I remember correctly from the emails. And there's a little capsule, and if I drink this, I will say nothing but positive things about this product. At least, well, they didn't say that in the email. Oh, it's a tablet. Earplugs. Okay. A little bit confused, but okay, earplugs. I hope they're not that noisy. So in here, we've got earplugs, a little set of earplugs. It is actually pretty handy to have that as a keyring like that. This is not something that I would think of, and I know I'm making a little bit of a joke about it, but this is a real thing for real race drivers, and I think that's what they're trying to reinforce here, is that they spend a lot of time at the track, so stuff like this is important to them. That's my little USB stick. You guys won't get a USB stick, I'm pretty sure. You will just get a link to download the software. So that's all that's in that box. So let's put this off to the side and let's have a look in this box. As I say, I haven't watched any of the other reviewers. That's pretty cool. Little cardboard cutout of their Audi R8 GT3 car. Pretty cool, nice little souvenir. And what have we got here? A hoodie, nice. I loves me a hoodie. Asetek Simsports hoodie. So they've given us all the gear. That's pretty cool. Oh, just dropped my light. So that's really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if these will be on sale on their website as well. They really know what they're doing when it comes to the branding. So I've seen the likes of Stone Mountain 64 and Drewdog get their Call of Duty care packages before. I never thought I'd get a sim racing care package like this, but it just shows the effort, the extra mile that they're going to. And yeah, it's just kind of, there's something a little bit special in the air, and I don't really know what it is. I met them at the expo as well, if you remember, and I did get a product walkthrough at the time. I will link that in the cards above. And I actually saw this product before, and I used it on their rig that they had there at the time. So I don't know how it's evolved in the meantime. I do remember liking it, but like an expo like that is not an environment to really form a good opinion of a product. In my opinion, I just can't do it. I can't concentrate with everything going on around. All the products you're using are new. The best way to experience a product and review a product is to use it for the things you would normally use your other products for on your own rig at home. Unless you're extremely good at identifying things, for me, that's the only way that I can truly compare products. Without further ado, let's open some boxes. Okay, so the first one I'm going to open is the main package, because that is, I guess, what most of you want to see. Now, lots of drivers that I know love using their clutches as well, but you know, clutches are kind of going out of fashion, I have to admit. Ever since, I think it actually, the main kind of wave of people just not using their clutches anymore, switching to 2-pedal sets, has really kind of, it's been inspired largely by iRacing. When the MX-5s changed from H pattern to sequential, I know a lot of people who just switched to a 2-pedal setup. Before that, the only reason that they had a H pattern box, the only reason that they had a clutch was for those MX-5s in iRacing. So this is the box. As I say, the print apparently is going to be better on the finished product. I like it. This is all reclaimed cardboard as well, so that's nice. This is very environmentally friendly packaging. Let's see, there's an outer sleeve. Okay, so this comes out here like that. Let's get this out. Okay, so that sleeve goes over there. Then we've got a little lip in here. Let's get that lip out. There we go. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. I don't know if you guys can see this little cheesy quote. Love my cheesy quotes. Excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. Excellent. Got some USB cables in here. I'm trying to see this whole thing through the eyes of an average consumer. Invicta, nice little box here as well. It's, you know, even though it's recycled cardboard, it feels extremely good. So we've got elastomers, T-slots, stuff like that in here. Again, this packaging is not final, so it could be different by the time you actually get yours. I don't know if you had a sneak peek in there, but if you look in here, you can actually see the pedals as well. So this little slot comes out, comes straight up here, and nice little details. Invicta logo on there. Just gonna throw it to the side. Sticker sheet, lots and lots of stickers here. So for those of you who like stickers, some really nice round ones, subtle ones there as well. I do love subtlety when it comes to stickers. So another nice little layer. It's well boxed. I mean, I would be happy enough if this was final. I like nice packaging, and this looks nice to me. So we have another little, well, I thought it was a box, but it's just more padding. And then here we go. This is the business end. Just throwing boxes around the place. Here we go. The Invicta pedals, ladies and gentlemen. The myth, the legend that is the Invicta pedals. I finally have a set in my hands. I think actually at the expo I didn't actually touch them. I didn't push them or anything like that. I don't know if that was because I wasn't allowed to, or if I just didn't think to do it, but they feel really nice. So for the purposes of this video, I'm actually only allowed to give my, I guess, first impressions of how it looks and stuff like that, and kind of describe the product to you. So you can see here, if I hold this perfectly steady, you can see that the brake is actually closer than the throttle. One of the reasons they like to do this is, and this is, you can adjust this of course, one of the reasons they like to do this is so that the brake is as close as possible to you, so so that you can, I guess, get the maximum force on it. This is the default setup, and they reckon that the default setup is the way that they would like to set them up. So I quite like that they've put that thought into it, and all of these leave the factory with the same setup. So that also is kind of nice. They've got their logo on the back, and they've got this nice, they're really nice smooth edges. The color scheme is nice as well. So they've got this kind of burnt orange. It's almost like a copper orange. And of course here they have the proprietary little reservoir. So this is a hydraulic system, and it's very nice and tidy, very neatly enclosed. Your elastomer sits in this little section here, and they've got a kind of a master slave cylinder set up here. One of the things that I love about these, and that completely blew me away at the expo, was that all of this stuff is hand adjustable. So I'm going to get to know that as time goes on. But I just really like that. This is an enclosed unit, so you never actually have to open this up or top it up or whatever. And the fluid that they use in it is actually just a non-volatile type of fluid. It's more like a vegetable oil of sorts than it is like brake fluid, because of course you don't have the high pressures, you don't have the temperatures, stuff like that, so why bother? One of the no-nonsense approaches that Asetek is taking is that this is built for sim racing by people who want to use sim racing in a professional capacity. And that's a little bit different to a lot of pedal manufacturers create pedals and they've never actually raced a race car before, because pedals in their own right are relatively simple. Whereas Asetek has a bit of, you know, racing pedigree. They have expectations of products, and the only reason that they made this was because they felt that there was nothing good enough for them on the market. And I think a lot of racers feel like that. A lot of racers do feel that a lot of sim racing products are a little bit consumer rather than, you know, prosumer grade. One of the things that they really like is a stiff pedal. So they like having a very, very stiff brake pedal. I like that as well. A thing that I guess notice here, well, there's no lateral movement on these, so you kind of have to make do with this spacing of the pedals. But I can't, you know, any pedals that I set up, I generally have them roughly like this anyway. And of course you can adjust these pedal faces. So if this is too close, you can just move the brake over to the side. It's a little bit of an old school finish with the lines and stuff like that. It's nice. I mean, it's modern technologies, modern design, but a very kind of a timeless, timeless design. So as I say, the offcuts from the manufacturing process, they all get reused and recycled. So they are an environmentally conscious company. So they've got, I'm still exploring the product here, so I'm kind of thinking out loud. There are a couple of holes in the device itself here, in the base plate itself. The base plate actually seems kind of hollow. The underneath, yeah, so it's actually hollow, and it's just got a little plate on it. There are little guides or little stoppers here where you can have your wires coming out at the side and all that. Other than that, little reinforcements for the throttle. You can take the throttle out. I believe that is for mounting. One of the mounts is actually under the throttle here, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can still get at that without needing to take anything off. The USB-C connection, again, I'm not sure how visible that is for you guys there. USB-C connection is right there where my thumb is. This thumb is right there, and there's a little I guess a little control box, access to a little control box here at the back, but we shouldn't need to access that. We've got our little travel stoppers here, so you can just turn those to, I guess, control how far the pedal actually goes. I'm not going to give any opinions on, you know, how it feels and stuff like that, and we're not going to actually get this on the rig. Well, I am going to get this on the rig today, but I'm not sharing how I feel about it until I've gotten some use from it. So that's the way that goes. This is very, the way this connects in here is very, I mean, it just reminds me of like an O2 sensor or something like that. It's quite cool. It shows, you know, it's not, I mean, it's kind of, in ways, it's not beautiful. In other ways, I quite like the look of it. It's very exposed. It's very quick to change if you should need to do that. Yeah, I like it. I have no complaints about the overall design and stuff like that. I have no complaints in general. I think it all looks really good. I wouldn't say it's a very modern design. I wouldn't say it's an old design either. This does kind of remind me, it's a little bit, yeah, a little bit old school, the lines in that. A little bit, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but and then the pedals are like super modern. They put a lot of effort into manufacturing these. They stress test the hell out of these. So they have been testing these and testing and testing and testing. They are, you know, millions and millions of presses, which a lot of companies who make pedals don't have the facilities or the budget to do that. So they really want these to last. Quality is the main aim here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see great guarantees and customer service, because I can't see too much going wrong with these. Logos on the back here, not 100% sure how I feel about those logos. You never see them. They're great for advertising. You know, if if you ever see pedal shots in reviews or whatever, it's very hard to tell what type of pedals they are unless you're familiar with them. So from that point of view, it's clever branding. So if, you know, for esports and stuff like that, it is very clever to have the logos there, and the logos are on the base plate as well. Yeah, very cool. Let's open up that clutch. Okay, where's my blade? Potato blade. There we go. Pull this off. Again, I see very little, I see nothing wrong with this packaging. I think this packaging is very functional. Actually, one thing I really like here, Danish design. Very proud. I love when countries are very proud of the country that they come from. We associate things with being manufactured here, there, and everywhere. But seeing stuff, you know, proudly, you know, we had it with a lot of other companies in India, in Vietnam. So I love seeing this type of thing from countries that you normally wouldn't really associate with creating products like this. So again, that's just the sleeve on the outside. Put that over here. If my wife walks into the room, she's going to see a mess of cardboard and crates and stuff like that. Let's open this up. Okay, so this is the way the box actually is. It goes upright like that. And in here we see a similar story to what we saw before. Got a little box here with, I've got T-slot nuts, more bolts, and we've got some, they look like little pins. And then we've got the business end in here, more cardboard coming out there, more cardboard here. It's extremely well packaged. There's no way that's going to go loose in transit. So here we go. That's the clutch, another bit of protective cardboard on there, and that's the clutch. And the clutch in its own right looks, it just looks really beautiful. It is. I think it is very, very nice looking product. Yeah. So this has got one of those kind of cantilever type systems for the clutch. Again, all manual adjustments. You see there are no bolts exposed or whatever. The only bolts that you'll need to deal with are for actually mounting it to the rig and stuff. We've got a slot in the back here. I'm not 100% sure what this slot is in aid of. We've got more of these little indents. Are they just indents? I know some of them are holes on the main base plate, and some of them are indents. So yeah, interesting. And then it is a simple enough case. Oh, that's where the pins go. Okay, all right, right. So those pins go in here, and we slot these together, and then we just screw down on here. And that is your full pedal set then, your 3-pedal set. So you can switch it from a 3-pedal to a 2-pedal set. Now, one thing that I like with a lot of 2-pedal sets is that you can have kind of almost like a karting type configuration. Again, I'm not a real racing driver, so I'm not sure how much people do that. But I like, if you just imagine the brake isn't there, I like having a throttle and a brake in a 2-pedal setup. If I had a 2-pedal setup here, and anytime I've configured a 2-pedal setup, I've had significant space between the two, because when it's like this, yeah, I don't know, I just find them a little bit close together. The only reason to have your brake and throttle close together, in my opinion, is to, I guess, for heel toe and stuff like that. Again, I'm not a racing driver, and I can't see it being a real life issue, but just from a comfort point of view, I think it would be nice, because your legs naturally kind of fall apart like that. So I will be installing these onto my rig, and I will be using these on every one of my Tuesday and Thursday streams for the foreseeable future. Again, these are made by real racing drivers who I guess really found a need. Everybody feels that they found a need. Often it's the case with a lot of companies who make pedals that they just want, I guess, a cheaper option, maybe even for themselves, because pedals are relatively, they're complex product, but the materials that you need and stuff like that, especially, you know, if you can cut sheet metal and stuff like that, you can pretty much make a pedal set by the load cells and stuff like that. And if you're not used to load cells, it's going to be the best pedal set that you ever used. So what Asetek is doing here is kind of, I guess, a step beyond that. They are looking very much at the pro market. They have stated in their own videos that if you want a soft pedal brake, these are probably not for you. That's kind of an indirect or a diplomatic way of saying that these are for racing drivers to practice. So the pricing of this 2-pedal set is usually €850 or €849.99. That's down to €699 at the moment. So that's €699, and that is valid. That pre-order ends on February the 28th. So you still have a little bit of time before that. After that, it's going to be €850. So the pre-orders are filling up quite quickly at the moment. So that's cool, that's interesting, that's a significant discount. It's what, about 20% or so from $850 down to $699. That's for your 2-pedal set. A lot of people will be happy with just the 2-pedal set. If you want the clutch as well, that's down to $299. That is usually $350. So all in all, that makes it $699 plus $299. That means that you're looking at around €1,000, $999 for the full set. Whether it's worth it or not, that is for me to see. I will be using these in all of my league races, all of my practice, rally, drift, grip, Assetto Corsa Competizione, dirt, iRacing. I guess we do a lot on this channel. So we're going to be putting them through their paces. I want to have a good look at the software and just how they hold up over time. Now, I'm relatively confident in the quality and stuff like that. I don't know what it's going to be like from a I guess a noise point of view. Do they make a lot of noise? Again, I can't really. Got a slight squeak there, that's fine. Nothing there. The end doesn't have a soft bump. The return does have a soft bump, and obviously I'm not going to be able to push that brake there. And the clutch, yeah. So yeah, that's all I can say. I can't really say much more in this video. Thank you, Asetek, for the opportunity, and thank you guys for watching. You guys have really been asking me to, get my hands on a set of these. So I'm delighted to be able to do that and share my thoughts with you. So that's about it from me for this episode. I'm sorry I can't give you more information or show you me using them right now. That's just part of the agreement that I have with Asetek, and all the other reviewers have as well. We have a date that we are not going to release our reviews until. This is kind of just my first impressions and how this feels. So I can't wait to get these fitted to the rig, and I will see you on my streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you can ask me questions whether I'll answer or not. I don't know yet. I'm Lawrence. Chat to you later.